the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2027 Baltimore Ravens.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys have really been struggling. Just 2 wins over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
46-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. The Browns at 3-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Seven Pirates!
To throw is Sanders. And it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He's to the 15. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players, guys.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Fannin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Browns defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 81 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Second down.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the Browns getting set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
70 Lions, 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
19 Chargers. 3.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's Watson. There's a short one caught by Fannin. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
There's a short one caught by Fannin. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Once again, Judkins.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Deputy! Cowboy 80! Let's go!
Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he hits him in stride. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Yo.
Jackson will keep it.
And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
180. Get on, up, get on. 180.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Browns' 25-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Hey, report.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now it's Watson. He'll swing this out to Sampson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A give up the middle, Jenkins. Now this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's second down and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Here we go.
Brings up second and
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a toss left side for Judkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brings up second and 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 11 now.
Set, hurt.
They'll try the air now with Watson. That's downfield. He's got Fannin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Fannin with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
An extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson now. That's going deep for Bateman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Formation.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Warriors 70. Street, 18 Rodgers, check, smash, check, 19 tight, 19, hurt. Rig alert. Check. Cup 19, set, hurt.
To throw is Watson. Pass caught by Fannin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Watson looks to throw again. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
3, half goal 80. 18, 5, half goal 80. Hey, smash. 60 Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that would be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
7 Pirates, 7 Warriors, 70. 19 Lions.
To the air yet again, Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Got it. Ready?
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
180. Sit hot. 180.
Jackson. The short throw caught by Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd down and 1.
Now Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
For the Ravens field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. Let's see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Philadelphia, the Eagles at home to take on the Falcons. And this is Devontae Smith. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Eagles have no problem in this one. They win it going away. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they host the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Rashard Smith. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Chiefs are going to wind up winning by 17. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And it's Kyron Williams. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Rams move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5 with this win. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a third down and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
13.
Here's Jackson. Makes the connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side, complete. That's Ali. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Where's it on?
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking to put a drive together.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Come on, come on. Hey! Cougar 19!
They'll start on the ground with Judkins.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
60! Here we go, here we go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
To throw is Sanders.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw is Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Get down to ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Henry again on second down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a couple of the lead. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
From the gun, it's Shador.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What a great coach said, football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Panther 60, Panther 7 Pirates, Draft 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
19 Lions, 4-17.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
The 10-yard line.
Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. 3rd and goal, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
And that's 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4. 79 Broncos. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
On play action, here's Shador.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now Sanders.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. To the left side, he finds Bond. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
19.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
19. Pioneer. Dixie Maverick. Dixie Maverick.
Sanders. Open man, that's Bond.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
60 Vikings. 60.
From the gun, it's Sanders.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
A short throw caught by Andrews. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second and a couple.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Third and 9 here.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing is Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jackson now.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
Jackson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Again, Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down.
Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot. Sit hot.
Now Jackson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson.
And he's got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry
is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 3rd down and goal coming up here. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Hey, middle.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing. Jackson. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Browns are going to win the football game. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you got to use both timeouts, obviously.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready up. Here we go. Stack. Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Let's go.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
60 Bison.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and they can backfire on them.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy.